So what happens when your ads take a decline in performance? They're rolling, they're going great, and then all of a sudden it's like bam, it's like they hit a brick wall and they start to decline. Well, first thing is that everyone goes through this, and I don't know a single ad campaign that just didn't have at least a small decline in performance and then bounce back. My name's Sean Micel. I'm an e-com store owner. I'm a paid media buyer. I've helped 5- and 6-figure companies turn into 7-figure ones. And in this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process that I use to fix campaigns in decline. So first thing is that there's always going to be volatility with respect to Facebook ads. There just is. It's giveth and it taketh away. And when it taketh away, it sometimes pretty big. So here's a client account of mine. And you could see like over the last 30 days, he's averaged $28, we'll say $29 a sale, but last 7 days, he's averaged 42. And it begs the question is like, well, what's going on? Like why all of a sudden is it declining? Well, the first thing that you want to do is you want to look at things in increments, not in, like that day, but in like 7 days, 3 days, 14 days, 30 days, because generally speaking, you'll see things even out. But what I do is I wait. If I see like he has a bad day, I give it, and he doesn't hit his KPIs, what I do is I give it 3 days. And the reason why is usually by day 3, it'll start to pick up, and then day 4, it'll, start kind of getting back to normal or actually, exceeding what the performance was. The other thing that this does is that it just doesn't instill panic. Like, oh my God, what is going on? It's just like, okay, it's just, working through something, and they may be testing something in the background. It could be a whole, number of things. Now, the second thing I do is, let's say that that 72-hour period has passed and it's still struggling. What you want to do is look at your key performance indicators. Obviously, CPA is one of them. I don't really worry about click-through rates and cost per click, even though this is pretty healthy for my client. This is pretty much what he experiences on a daily basis when things are good. But what I do look at is where the magic happens, where the payment happens. And this is a bit of an alarming stat. He had 80 add to carts and only 20 checkout visits. Now, I mean, when they got there, 65% of them converted, but he's paying, $28 almost per sale or per checkout visit. This right here means he's losing, a lot of money from the exchange from the cart to the checkout. So that's something that, I pay really close attention to, because it's like, hey, if they're getting to the money spot, that's what you want to see. Now, what I do is once I figure out like, okay, this is sort of a pain point here for this guy. What I do then is I suggest countermeasures, and countermeasures are just tests. It's just a fancy term for testing. So one thing we can do is we can test the wallet buster and put a pop-up and capture emails if people, don't get all the way through the checkout. Then we can, at least follow up with them via email. Another countermeasure is just testing the copy on the page, on a split test, like just duplicating the page, testing the copy. There's a few things that we can do there. Now, one of the things that people rush into headlong is they rush in and they go, oh my God, I got to fix my ads. Well, in this case, I don't think the ads are actually the issue. I mean, they're driving, a pretty decent cost per ad to cart, but you can see, sorry about that. You can see that this number here should be at least double. And if it's double and he's hitting, say even 50%, he's got 7 more sales, this looks a lot different. So the thing is if it's an ad problem, then what you essentially see is like, these numbers here, even though, again, I'm not a huge proponent of cost per click or click-through rates, but these numbers would be much lower. and you know, he still his CPMs are healthy. He's still prospecting ad. So this isn't really the issue. The issue is just he just has you know, historically has had a bad add to cart to checkout, you know, initiate a checkout exchange. Sorry. So that is basically what I would do in this scenario. Now, if you're having trouble with your ads and you want my, you know, to look under the hood, just comment below. Just let me know. We can set up either a time to hop on a call, or you can just send me screenshots of, you know, what your stats are and all that stuff, and I can help you work through it. And I'll see you in the next video.